All right, we've gone through the blend modes. Now we're going to go and do some filters. Let me close these other ones out. I do want to save these if I have not saved before. Okay, here's my blend 3. All I'm going to do is take the original layer, copy, do a select all, so select all, then edit, copy, then file, new, which if we change this to inches, it takes up the exact, dimensions of the file or item you just copied. Create and paste in here. And this one is going to be save as filters. Come on. There we go. Filters on my computer. Okay, we've got blends and filters too. All right, we'll go to filters and we'll let this, oh, I didn't save it, the name, cancel. It came back untitled. Try this again. File, save as. On my computer. Filters. I still can't type. Filters. Okay, in my number 2 folder, Photoshop document, .psd is automatically by the program, and we'll let this sit. Okay, here's filters 1. So, making sure my old ones are saved. All right, here's my filters. We'll jump this up a little bit, and we're going to work on filters. So our filter menu is right here. The prior ones we've used is always going to be on top. I like working with the filter gallery instead of just going through all of these down here, which please kind of go through. It's actually kind of cool. If I just want to go to find edges, it finds the edges of all the elements. That could be your first one, find edges. It might be something different. Blurring is kind of cool in certain aspects, not generally though, okay? Gaussian blur, lens blur, all sorts of different things. Distorting. Let's just see what this looks like, okay? Ripple. And you can change the amount. Is it showing? Oh, it is. Okay. See the what it's doing with the background with the mountain? Kind of ripple effect. You can jump in here too to see it. Maybe that would be too much. Just add a little something in here. Maybe you're trying to create some kind of effect. Hit OK. All right, there's one. So that could be our number 1. That's filter number 1. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll do a file. Let's export this. Well, you know what? Yeah, we can do this. Export as. This is going to be exporting as a JPEG again. And this is going to be filter 1 JPEG. Okay, we're going to keep working in this. Now what happens when you use a filter on something, that original image is gone. So it's nice to have the original somewhere, okay? Now what I can do is paste again because I just had copied it. There's the original on number 2. So this one's going to be filter 1. This one is going to be filter, 2 filters. Okay, 2 filters. And we're actually going to make this a smart object as well. What is this going to do? If you make it a smart object, then whatever you do to this layer is going to remain intact in a sense. You can always go back to it. So this filter right here, modify the background, you cannot get it back unless you do an undo right away, okay? Or once you save it, it's in there. If I go and let's work on this one, 2 filters, smart object. Let's make it a smart object first. Layer, then a smart objects, convert to smart object. And once we do that, you're going to see this little icon in here. And there's the actual file for it. It pulls it back into another file. We're not going to get into that right now. But the smart object, the original is always intact. You can access it again. All right. So on this one, we're going to use 2 filters. So we definitely have to go to the filter gallery. If it's not up here, it's always going to be right down here. And what's kind of cool about this is you can actually add several items on here. Like I can just keep adding different elements. We'll take these back off. Okay, say I want ocean ripple. There's one option. Say I want crosshatch, or I don't want one. Let's zoom this up so you can see what's happening in here. There's crosshatch, there's ocean ripple, there's one type of grain. Let's say I don't want any of these. I can take these back out because I've been playing around. All right. Now, the first one you put in here, let's say go colored pencil. Turn it on. Not exactly going to give me what I want. And maybe I don't know what I want. That's why you kind of come play around. Okay? Cutouts. Dry brush. That's kind of a neat effect. Let's say I want to keep that. Hit plus here, and then I'll change this to something else. What does dry brush look like? What does rough pastels look like? What do two look like together? Maybe I like the rough pastels better, and maybe I can add something else to it too. Dry brush. So yeah, you can add a couple different things in here. Sketching, we'll get it to black and white. Let's look at something cool. Charcoal. Maybe not. Again, play around with it. Find out what you might like. Stylize. Maybe not, huh? That can get old. Grain is kind of, and you can always go back and change everything up here. So every option that you do, that's a bit overkill too. I'm not sure about the texture. Texturizer maybe might be okay. You can change the different things. Let's go to sandstone. Kind of calm that down. So that's dry brush. That's texturizer. I like that. There's a decent combination. Dry brush. Let's calm this down a little bit. Detail makes it smaller. And we'll let that go. Okay, hit OK here. So now I kind of like that one. Let's turn this off for a second. There's the original. There's the new one. Okay, so that can be one. All right. Then you could, if you want to, you can duplicate this. Hold it. Can I duplicate? Drag it to the plus sign. Okay. Let's take a look at what we've got. Filter 1, 2 filters with a smart object, 2 filters with a smart object with a mask. Now let's see if I can do that here, or if I need to create a mask. I think I get to do a mask from here. Clicking on the original one, hit the mask, grab your paintbrush, and where would you want to take out the filters? Let's see. Opacity, we'll just make it big so we can, 100%, so we can see what we're doing here. Whoops, that did not work. What in the world? Let's add to mask. That's not working. What's this here? Modify. Just love when this happens because I just did it. That is deleting everything, and that is just not good. Huh. I don't think it's here. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, it's working on the filters. Okay, so we will work here on the smart filter and work on this mask. I could just go and delete this one, delete that one. Okay, I'm working on this mask. And we're going to take the rough part off the mountain. And there are other selection tools besides using the brush, of course. But we will get into that, and you can modify things however you want to in the class. Just kind of get used to what's going on here. Okay, so the mountain has less, and the water, let's make this side a little bigger, but just take a little bit off. And maybe I'll take a little bit off here. I let go of my mouse and I click again, so I'm taking extra off. And I get a little bit smaller and do it just in the light areas and taking more of the texture filters, I should say filters, off. Okay, so that could be the new one because we used our 2 filters and we put a mask on it, and this would be number 3. So this is going to be save my filter document, then export as JPEG, hitting export. This is filters 3 for the JPEG file. And now I should have all 6 files created. What I want to do now is make a contact sheet. Automate contact sheet. These are horizontal. Okay, so we need a horizontal. Let's go, I think I've got it set as 10 by 8. These are nice high resolutions. We'll keep it at 300. Columns. I have to cheat. I have to go look at my sheet because I don't remember. Let's go check this out real quick. Okay, contact sheet, 10 inches, 8 by 10, 3 columns and 2 rows. We got it. Okay, 8 by 10, but width is going to be the larger, so it's horizontal. 3 columns by 2, that will equal 6 elements on 1 page. And we need to choose folder. I don't want the folder. Do I? I'm going to have to modify my folder. Or I need to open up my 6 JPEG files and do it this way. Let's see what happens. Photo assignments, blends and filters 2. I can do it by folder, but I don't want my PSD files and my JPEG files. So I'm going to have to modify my folder first. Or you could open all 6 JPEG files and do it that way. Let's go to photo assignments, blends and filters 2. I'm going to pull these PSD files out for right now. And there's I'm missing filter 3. Bugger. Okay. Filter 2. I can't do this. I've got to redo it. Okay. Going backwards. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's go to filter 2. Export as a JPEG. This is filter 2. Filter 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now I've got 6 files in a folder. And I'm not going to save this. I don't want to modify that. I don't need to modify this either. Well, I'm going to save it as is. Okay. Going back to automate to make a contact sheet. Here we go. 10 by 8. 300 resolution. 3 columns by 2 rows will add up to 6 images. We're going to choose a folder. Choosing a folder, going to ECC 107, our new items, photo assignments, blends and filters 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to have 7 in here. Holy smokes. Go back to the Finder. I guess I should just open up the PS or the JPEG files. It would have been easier. Moving this out, and now I probably have 2 of them, right? Yep. Replace. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back to the contact sheet. 10 inches by 8 inches. 300. 3 by 2. Choosing a folder. We're going to choose the right one this time, and it's going to be set up properly. 107, new 26, photo assignments, blends and filters 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Open. Hit OK. and wait. And it places all 6 elements here in my layers panel. So here's going to be the contact sheet. And we're going to go to File and Export. We're going to do a Save as a PDF. Let's see what happens. Good gracious. On my computer. Photoshop PDF. And we're going to do Becker J contact sheet in my folder. We'll put that in there. And then this file, high quality print, save. We'll go back to my Finder menu. This PDF file is what you're going to upload.